I couldn't
wrap
hear
it up
anything
then.
over there.
Me, I want what's coming to me.
Oh, well, what's coming to you, Tommy?
The world, Chico, and everything in it.
So word is, Shadour Sanders just locked in a $50 million deal that supposedly the NFL didn't approve, can't touch, and legally has zero power to stop. And if the rumors are true, Roger Goodell's about to learn the hard way that the league's stranglehold on player income just got cracked wide open. But before we dive into what's being reported as an emergency owner meeting where Jerry Jones allegedly tried to ban these deals for good, you need to hear about the loophole Shedeur supposedly exploited. Because if this is real, it's absolutely brilliant, and it backs up what people have been saying the NFL's been scared of for years. The fact that Shedeur picked his birthday to drop this news, according to sources, that timing wasn't random. It was supposedly calculated payback for everything that went down on draft night. Here's what's being reported. The NFL has been in talks with Saudi Arabia's public investment fund for months now. They're supposedly chasing a league-wide partnership worth billions, complete control over how the PIF gets involved with American football. Word is, Roger Goodell thought he had this locked up. He allegedly thought no single player could step around the league and cut their own side deal. If the reports are accurate, he was dead wrong. Because from what we're hearing, while the NFL was stuck in red tape and playing political chess, Shadour Sanders' team spotted something in his rookie contract that nobody else caught. Supposedly a prime equity clause that lets players lock in international brand ambassadorships, totally separate from league partnerships. Most rookies allegedly don't even know this clause is in there. Most agents reportedly never think to use it. But Shedeur is not your average rookie, and his team isn't playing by the old playbook. So, according to sources, they went straight to the PIF, cut the NFL out completely, and landed a reported $50 million deal to become the global ambassador for American football in the Middle East. The story goes that the NFL found out the exact same moment the rest of us did, on social media, when Shedeur made the announcement. And if this is legit, there's supposedly nothing they can do about it, because every single piece of this deal is claimed to be 100% legal. That's reportedly why the owners are freaking out right now. That's why there's talk of an emergency conference call this morning. Because if Shedeur supposedly can pull this off, every star player in the league could potentially pull this off. And just like that, the NFL's grip on player income could vanish. All of a sudden, threatening to fine someone or withhold bonuses might not mean much when they're allegedly banking more from international deals than their actual NFL salary. This could be a straight-up power shift, and word is the league knows it. But here's what makes this even more interesting: the timing. Shedeur announced this deal on his birthday, the same birthday where he threw a private party in Canton, Texas, reportedly complete with fireworks and VIP-only access. You really think that's just coincidence? Some are saying he didn't just randomly decide to drop this bomb on the day he was already celebrating. According to speculation, this was strategy. This was allegedly Shedeur sending a crystal clear message to everyone who doubted him during the draft. You tried to humble me. You made me wait. You questioned what I'm worth. And while you were playing games, I supposedly built an empire you can't even reach. And if the reports are true, that empire is exactly what's keeping NFL executives up at night right now. Because sources say Shadour Sanders walked into this league already making more money than half the veteran players on his own team. Nike endorsement? Check. Gatorade deal? Check. NIL portfolio that was supposedly printing millions before he ever took a professional snap? Check. The old school power structure says rookies are supposed to show up broke and desperate. They're supposed to need the NFL. They're supposed to be grateful for whatever contract they get handed. Word is, Shedeur rolled up to the facility in an F8 Ferrari, not the standard 488 that every rapper throws in their music videos. The F8, the upgraded model most people don't even know exists yet. According to some, that's a statement right there. That's supposedly Shedeur telling the entire organization, I don't need you to pay me just to live well. I need you to give me the opportunity to win. And if true, that changes everything about how negotiations work, how much leverage a team actually has, how they can try to control a player. You allegedly can't threaten contract disputes when someone's already financially set for life. You supposedly can't use fines as punishment when somebody's pulling in more from endorsements than their NFL salary. The Browns reportedly can't play hardball with Shedeur the way they do with other rookies, because according to sources, Shedeur already won the money game before the football game even kicked off. And this reported $50 million PIF deal, that supposedly just hammers home what everybody should have known already. Word is, Shadour Sanders doesn't play by the normal rules. He allegedly doesn't fit into the box the NFL tries to shove every player into. He's supposedly stacking generational wealth on his own terms. And according to reports, the league can either get with this new reality or keep pretending they've got control they don't actually have anymore. Now let's talk about what this could mean for Cleveland specifically. Because while the local media is still pushing some quarterback competition narrative with Deshaun Watson, Shedeur is reportedly out here proving he's already operating at a completely different level than anyone else in that organization. Watson's making $40 million a year to basically not play football. He shows up to events looking checked out. He posts birthday messages that feel like he's just going through the motions. He's cashing guaranteed checks, but he's not building anything beyond that contract. According to reports, Shedeur just locked in $50 million from one international deal. He's supposedly building a brand that'll outlive his playing days. He's allegedly creating opportunities that have zero to do with whether Andrew Berry likes him or Todd Monken decides to start him. That's reportedly the gap between someone who needs the NFL and someone who gets that the NFL is just one piece of a way bigger puzzle. And Browns fans should potentially be hyped about this. Because if your quarterback doesn't need the organization's money, he can supposedly lock in purely on winning. He's supposedly not stressing over contract talks or holding out for more cash. He's reportedly already set for life. All that's supposedly left is proving he's the best football player in the building. And based on everything we've seen so far, that's allegedly the easy part for Shedeur. But the real story here reportedly isn't just the money. It's what this claimed $50 million deal represents for the future of the NFL. For decades, the league is supposedly run on one simple idea. They control access to real wealth. If you want generational money, you have to play in the NFL. You have to play by their rules. You have to take whatever contract structure they throw at you. That system allegedly worked when players had nowhere else to turn, when endorsement money was limited, when international markets weren't tapped yet. But NIL supposedly changed everything. It gave college athletes the power to build brands before going pro. It allegedly created a whole generation of players who walked into the NFL already financially stable. And now international money is reportedly the next wave. These oil-rich countries in the Middle East want American sports. They've supposedly got unlimited cash, and they reportedly couldn't care less about NFL approval. So according to sources, when the PIF offers Shedeur $50 million to be their ambassador, they're not asking Roger Goodell for the green light. They're allegedly going straight to the player, and the player supposedly has every legal right to say yes. That's reportedly what has owners in full panic mode. That's supposedly why Jerry Jones is pushing hard to close the loophole. Because according to speculation, once players realize they can make NFL-level money outside the NFL, the league's leverage evaporates completely. And Shedeur allegedly just proved it can be done. He's supposedly the first domino, the first player to reportedly take advantage of this new landscape, but word is, he won't be the last. Sources say every star player is watching this right now. Every agent is allegedly breaking down how Shadour's team made this happen, and you better believe future rookies will supposedly demand the same kind of clauses in their contracts. According to reports, the NFL tried to send Shedeur a message by letting him slide all the way to the 5th round. They allegedly wanted to show that character concerns matter, that you can't just coast on talent, that the league will put you in your place if you don't fall in line. But that message supposedly completely blew up in their face, because instead of humbling Shedeur, it allegedly lit a fire under him to prove he doesn't need their stamp of approval. He supposedly doesn't need a high draft slot. He reportedly doesn't need them to validate him. He allegedly just needs the legal angles his team can spot and the business connections they can lock down. Everything else is supposedly background noise. Now here's the part that's reportedly eating at Roger Goodell right now. Word is the NFL has been trying to break into the Middle East for years. They supposedly want to play games in Dubai. They want Saudi money flowing in. They want access to that entire market, and all their negotiations allegedly require government sign-offs, league votes, owner buy-in. It's supposedly this slow, bureaucratic grind that takes years to push through. According to sources, Shedeur went around all of that. He allegedly cut one deal, probably took a few weeks to hammer out, and now he's supposedly the face of American football in a region the NFL's been chasing for half a decade. If true, that's flat out embarrassing for the league. That's a rookie supposedly straight up showing up the entire NFL front office, and it allegedly proves something that should terrify every owner. Individual players are now reportedly faster and more valuable than the league's whole corporate machine. Players can supposedly move quicker, close deals faster, build relationships the league allegedly has zero control over. And in a global economy where speed is everything, that kind of agility is reportedly the whole game. The emergency owner meeting this morning? According to reports, that was pure damage control. They're supposedly scrambling to figure out how to keep this from happening again. They're allegedly looking at shutting down the prime equity loophole. They're reportedly considering new contract language to block international deals. But here's the catch. According to sources, any restrictions they throw in now don't touch contracts that are already signed. Shedeur's deal is supposedly locked in. He allegedly got through before they could slam the door shut, and every player who signed a contract with that same clause, they can reportedly all do exactly what Shedeur just did. Word is, the NFL can't go back and change deals that are already legal. So this supposedly isn't a one-off. This is allegedly the start of a trend, and the league is reportedly scrambling to hold on to control of something that's already slipping right through their fingers. Let's talk about Shedeur's birthday party for a second, because the way he celebrated supposedly tells you everything about his mindset. Most rookies in his position would be running around doing media hits, showing up at league-mandated events, trying to fix their image after falling in the draft. According to reports, Shedeur threw a private party in Texas with fireworks and only invited his inner circle. No media access, no NFL suits, just the people he actually rocks with, celebrating on his own terms. That's supposedly pure confidence. That's allegedly somebody who knows his value doesn't hang on public opinion or league approval. He reportedly doesn't need ESPN covering his birthday to prove he matters. He's got his own platform, his own YouTube channel, a direct line to millions of fans. Why would he allegedly need old-school media validation? This is reportedly the new blueprint for athlete stardom. You don't go through gatekeepers. You don't sit around waiting for permission. You allegedly build your own lane and control your own story. And word is, the NFL hates it. Because when players supposedly control their own narratives, the league can't shape public opinion the way they used to. They allegedly can't punish guys by freezing them out from media opportunities. They allegedly can't use reporters to drop negative stories. Shedeur's birthday party was another middle finger to the system, another alleged reminder that he doesn't need what they're selling. And the claimed $50 million PIF deal announced that same day, that was supposedly the exclamation point, the alleged proof that his way actually works. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The Cleveland media is still trying to manufacture some quarterback controversy with Deshaun Watson, still acting like there's a real competition for the starting job. But anybody actually paying attention knows that's complete nonsense. Watson's contract makes him impossible to cut or trade, so they have to keep pretending he's still in the mix, have to act like he's still relevant. Meanwhile, Shedeur's reportedly out here signing $50 million international deals and supposedly building an empire that has nothing to do with whether Cleveland starts in week 1. That's allegedly the actual story. That's what reporters should be all over. But they won't, because admitting Shedeur supposedly crushing it means admitting their draft coverage was way off, means owning up to the fact they pushed narratives that weren't grounded in reality. So instead, they'll just keep talking about Deshaun. Keep acting like the competition is real. Keep dodging what some say is the obvious truth. Shadour Sanders is allegedly already bigger than the Browns' Cleveland. He's supposedly already moving at a level that goes way beyond whether Todd Monken likes his play style or Andrew Berry thinks he's ready. He's reportedly building something that'll last long after his playing days. And that's allegedly what separates franchise quarterbacks from guys who just play the position. According to some, the NFL is stepping into a new era, an era where players supposedly hold more power than they ever have before, where international money allegedly opens up doors the league can't lock, where social media supposedly gives athletes a direct connection to fans without needing traditional media at all. Shadour Sanders is reportedly the first player to fully lock into this new reality, to allegedly use every advantage available, to supposedly build wealth and influence on his own terms. And word is, the NFL terrified. Because if Shedeur wins, if he supposedly proves you can thrive without needing NFL approval, every player's allegedly gonna follow the same blueprint. The reported owners' emergency meeting this morning allegedly wasn't really about Shedeur. It was supposedly about stopping a revolution, about keeping control over a system that's reportedly already changing faster than they can keep up. But according to sources, it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. Shedeur supposedly showed everyone there's another path, and you can't put that knowledge back in the box. Word is, the NFL wanted to humble a rookie who didn't show proper respect. Instead, they supposedly created the blueprint for how future players are gonna challenge league power. If true, that's karma, that's poetic justice, and that's allegedly exactly what Shadour Sanders was going for all along.
If you want to see how this rumored power struggle between Shedeur and the NFL plays out, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below.